Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, and we're going to talk about America Chavez. America Chavez, a super important superhero in Marvel Comics, and she's coming to the MCU to be super important over there too. Actually, no, she actually has never really sold that well. However, we are going to talk about her because she is coming to the MCU. And it looks like Marvel Comics has maybe been mandated to walk back her origin a little bit, so it's not as ridiculous as it was in the comics, because, you know, what they're looking for at Disney is brand synergy between the comics and the TV shows, Disney Plus shows, and the movies, and it looks like they're actually retconning America Chavez's origin. So she's not from like this parallel utopia with two gay moms and all this other stuff that was going on with her. She's just mental, or she's been drugged. That's what they're doing, supposedly. Now, this could just be a plot twist in the story, but if this is true, if this sticks, it probably has everything to do with them introducing the character to the MCU, because they have to please the normies, right? They have to make sure that America Chavez is palatable for the normies and also is filmable. They don't have a very big budget, especially on the Disney Plus shows compared to the movies. So if they're going to bring her to Disney Plus long term, they're introducing her in Doctor Strange too. But if they're going to bring her to Disney Plus, then they got to make sure that they can film this stuff, right? So who knows? Who knows how this is going to go down? We're going to talk about it. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 187,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. It's greatly appreciated. We do talk about comics. We talk about animation. We talk about movies. Talk about Disney a lot, having worked in and around the company. And we're going to talk about this because I think if this is actually what's going on, that they're walking back America Chavez's origin, they're doing it because of the MCU, and or they realize that these comics that they were churning out in 2015, 2016, 2017 don't stick. Like America Chavez comics, you can find them in bargain bins, bargain long boxes, at a ton of different comic book stores, the ones that are left open. And a lot of people attribute that wave of Marvel now, those new characters, to a decline in comic book sales in the direct market. That's up for debate. You know, other people can talk about that who follow the numbers a little more closely, but I know that she is not terribly popular. She wasn't terribly popular. A lot of times her comics were selling under 10,000 copies, which for Marvel is abysmal. You know, there was some controversy when they canceled America Chavez again. I don't know how many times she's been canceled. I know Ms. Marvel was canceled many, many times, but at the end of 2017, there was a wave of cancellations, and man, she became the poster child for those cancellations. That people didn't buy these books. It got so bad that Joe Quesada answers this guy: appreciate you taking the time to reply and don't doubt your personal intentions or integrity. Those other titles canceled this month are by non-white or female writers. It's just so tone deaf. According to Gary H., Joe Quesada says, if a comic finds an audience, it will stick around regardless of the lead character creator's gender, ethnicity, sexual preference, or identification. You can claim we're tone deaf, but we published those books, but you guys ultimately decide what survives. Yeah, look, she didn't sell. She got canceled, right? And then a couple months later, after the CB Cebulski brouhaha, I guess they reversed course on that. They brought Iceman back. I don't know if they brought America Chavez back or not, but she hasn't been terribly popular. Now, let's talk a little bit about her origin, her batshit crazy origin, and the fact that it looks like they're walking it back. Again, this might not stick. This is Marvel. We're talking about this is comics. We're talking about retcons happen all the time, but it does look like they're trying to go for a more realistic origin. Again, probably because it's filmable in the MCU and it's palatable for the normies watching this stuff. So Young Avengers, 10 things to know about America Chavez, coming from CBR. Now, this is what they're retconning. She's from a different universe. She's not originally from Earth 616, but rather a place known as the Utopian Parallel. It exists outside of the greater multiverse and time itself. Many of the utopian parallel citizens were refugees from planet Fortuna. 2 of these refugees were America's grandmother and her daughter. The utopian parallel was attacked when America was a child, and this is when her mothers, Elena and Amalia Chavez, died trying to protect their home and daughter. She's one of a kind. She's unique because she's the only one of her kind that exists. She may travel to different universes and live in them for however long she likes, but you'll never meet another version of her. She is a lesbian, of course. She's an Avenger. She's a member of the Ultimates. She's got a sister. She's best friends with Kate Bishop, who again is, or is there something more? Is there something more? She's going to be introduced in the Hawkeye series. So she has been the animation, and she became Captain America for a while, because everybody's been Captain America at some point, right? Everybody's been Captain America. So here we go. This is what they're retconning. Apparently, according to this page from a recent America Chavez comics, courtesy of Exalted Speed on Twitter, they're walking this back, right? Some far-flung dimension, the utopian parallel where our mothers sacrificed themselves to save everyone. This would be her sister. You tell anyone who will listen, Amalia and Elena were just 2 doctors from the Bronx. What if I told you the utopian parallel was actually just a small island owned by a rich, eccentric white dude? Oh my God. We know where they're going with that. That it's the island we're on right now, and that our mothers... Oh my God, this is a confusing layout. I'm like, wait, I'm reading this, and I'm going down here, and I'm going over to here. So we have this, and it's supposed to go up here. That our mothers, Amalia and Elena, were just 2 doctors from the Bronx. This is not how the page flow works. This isn't how you even read. Oh my God. Okay. It goes here, 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 here. Not here, 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 here. But what the hell do I know? You don't believe me, I get it. But maybe after I tell you the whole deal, you will. Maybe then you'll want to remember. Took me a while to piece it together. Old paperwork and forgotten witnesses. God, it sounds like Joker. But as far as I can tell, this is it. This is the truth. We've been pumping you full of drugs or something. So this is like what? The shower scene? The shower scene in Dallas where they just wake up and it's a dream. We got Mama Squid. Seriously, would you blame anyone for wanting to avoid the Rivera run? Yeah, I mean, this is some crazy walking back. If it's true, again, this could all be a ruse too. It could be like, oh, no, you actually are from this other dimension. We're just, making you think you're crazy. We're gaslighting you. It's about the gaslighting of America Chavez. But if it's true that they're walking back this origin, which is very possible, her comic, it wasn't like it was Spider-Man. It wasn't selling terribly well. If it's true that they're walking back her origin, it probably is because she's coming to the MCU. Now, she's coming via the Multiverse of Madness, which kind of seems like it would tie in more with this other origin, but could just be that she is whatever universe is Captain America or Captain America stand-in, but she actually is, from the Bronx or whatever, who knows. So this is, I'm going to mispronounce her name, I'm sure. Xochitl Gomez, teasing her America Chavez role in the upcoming Marvel sequel. Gomez shared a picture to her Instagram of a comic panel featuring her character caption, "Can't wait for you all to meet her." Here's the thing. There was a lot of pushback against this poor kid who is going to be playing this Latinx hero in the MCU. They said her skin was too light, that she was too light-skinned. It's like, what the hell? She's too light-skinned and she wasn't allowed to be America Chavez. But yeah, she is coming to the MCU. Now, that probably is what is going on, if I had to guess. It could be that Disney's like, yeah, we're not going with this alternate universe full of lesbians and expensive fantasy world. We're not doing this. She's from the Bronx, maybe in a parallel universe, and that is it. Or not. Again, we don't know. But it's interesting if they do walk it back. It'd be very, very interesting, which would be, again, another sign that what they were doing from 2014 to 2017, 2018 didn't work. We've talked about this before. Marvel seemed to be on a suicide run. It got so bad they ousted Axel Alonso and their sales still haven't fully recovered. And then we're like, well, maybe they're learning something. They brought back some classic characters. They walked back some stupid decisions. And then we had, Snowflake and Safe Space. I still don't think that they showed up. Snowflake and Safe Space, created by a white millionaire, by the way. I don't know what happened to them. They went down the memory hole. But again, I'm just very interesting. We're going to watch this and see if Marvel Comics walks stuff back to kind of get in lockstep with what's going on with the MCU Phase 4, which still is going to see a lot of changes that I don't know how they're going to land. With audiences, with general audiences, based on what we're hearing. They cut Doctor Strange out of WandaVision because they didn't want literally, according to Kevin Feige, they didn't want the white man coming in and mansplaining to Wanda how to use her powers, even though he would have a better understanding of it than she would, just because of experience. But whatever. I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.